John Prulidge here at Iford Golf Center for the kickoff of the 2025 Britain's Cup. Team USA and Team Europe are about to square off in day one matches, which will be the 4-ball matches today. Team Europe is looking to make some progress and get some points early in this one so that they can give the US team a challenge here this weekend. Here to tell you about the first hole is Byron Hutchison, member of Team Europe, but also head golf professional here at Iford Golf Center.
It's a par 4 dogleg left. All the troubles on the left-hand side, there's a big wet area. Where all the red stakes are on the left-hand side is trouble. As you approach the fairway, loads of empty space on the right-hand side. Approaching the green, there's a sloot that runs across the green, which is red stake, so it's a penalty area. Relatively small green, so you want to leave as short a shot as you possibly can.
Representing the United States, the Hoop Man, Jacob Hooter. Also representing the United States, Titus Harder. Representing Team Europe, Byron Hutchison. Representing Team Europe, the Bulldog, Paul Barron. Representing the United States, full range, Amy Lewis. Also representing the United States, the Reggie Queen, Britt Hammond. Representing Team Europe, the Rage, Annabelle Ray. Also representing Team Europe, Frizzy Flinger, Katie Dawkins. On the first day of the 2025 Britain's Cup, our 4-ball matches. Got a great match here between on the European side, the Bulldog, captain of the European team, Paul Barron, alongside Byron Hutchison. And on the US side, we've got Jacob Hooter and Titus Harder. Titus from the FlingGolf playing Harder family out of Joplin, Missouri. And Jacob Hooter coming from Waco, Texas. Britt and Amy have sort of flip-flopped throughout the year between 1 and 2 ranked. So the European ladies have their hands full today with this matchup. This is a strong one from Team USA. Byron with a nice sidecar up the hill. Need to make a relatively short putt for par. The Bulldog trying to get a little closer. He's going to have a longer putt for par. Jacob and Titus, this is first time they played 4-ball together, but they've played doubles before as alternate shot. As part of the Midwest Trailblazers Super Region Club in United States competition. Amy Lewis now on the tee. She'll be roll up there. She's on the green, which is perfect. Bit of a long par putt, birdie putt that she'll have, but she's in good shape. Britt Hammond, the world #1 female, looking to put it just a bit closer. And I think she'll landing just beyond Amy, so she'll have a little better look for the birdie. Annabelle Ray now looking to stick this one close. Annabelle playing in her second Britain's Cup. She was on the team last year. Coming in hot, but if it sticks, that's gonna look it's looking really good. Just past the pin. She'll have a great look at a birdie. Katie's just avoids one trap, but unfortunately finds the second trap. So that's going to be a challenge to get herself out of the trap there. Katie Dawkins a clean out, probably didn't get as close as she wanted to get it, but so she'll have a bit of work to do to save par. Now we've got the two Americans going to have their long birdie attempts. Amy with a nice sidecar there. Gets it pretty close. She'll have a pretty short putt for par. She's making a go at it. Look at that. Oh, just by the hole there, but a great run at it for Brett. I think she really wanted to drop that one, though. Katie trying to match that with a long putt, and then Annabelle will have her birdie attempt. Par on the board for the Americans. This would be really great if the Team Europe could sink this one and take a hole from the Americans. Putt conceded, and we've got 2 pars. Bulldog Paul Barron with his approach shot right now. On the green. It's still got about 15 feet. Byron Hutchinson now. He's a little bit closer. Just at the fringe right there. So he's going to have to sidecar to get it close. Hoop, man. He can go right at this pin now that Titus is close. He did just that. And he can actually show Titus the break. He's just about a foot behind him on the green there. So Americans in a really good spot to make birdie and potentially take a hole here. Byron choosing to putt it here. It's a long putt. And really, you're from the Europe side, you're looking to escape this hole with just a tie. But got a good roll on that. Wow, really good attempt there. So they've got that secured. So now Paul can really go for it. Well done. He did exactly what he needed to do and almost actually knocked it in. Oh, just missed it to the right. Just about an inch. All right, now the Americans can draw blood here if either Jacob or Titus can make this putt. Key right now for Jacob is he's just a bit behind Titus, so he's really got to show him that break. Did just that. Great putt there for the blood. Americans take the hole. Americans back in the lead, 1 up after 4. That birdie on the last hole. Jacob, after that putt, rolling along. He's in great shape on the green there. Got 2 top 10 Americans right now in great shape. Titus Harder's approach. He's going to go right at the pin. Little left, but rolled it up there. So they'll have two good looks at it. Byron needs to stick this one close and get that hole back from last one. Looking good, just inside Jacobs. And Paul, try to get it inside all 3 of them. Pin high, does he have a calibrate up there? A little short, but he can maybe make some magic happen. All right, who's gonna sink the birdie putt on this one? Nice and a run up by Paul, just past the hole. Titus is gonna try to make things interesting by knocking his in. Locked it up there, but so he's got his par. Banter continuing among the two teams. I think this is going to be one of the more talkative matches we're gonna hear today. Texan Jacob Hooter. Not quite there. He got that for par, so now it's up to Byron. If he makes it, they can take the hole. If not, they'll tie and move on to the next. The Americans still 1 up. Both of them short on that. So no blood on this hole. Move on to hole number 6 with the Americans still 1 up. Amy Lewis rolls it up. Actually perfectly played, a little past the hole, but she's up there. She's going to have a putt very similar to what the men's group had ahead of them. Neither of them made it. Let's see if Amy can make it. Tried to do the same thing, but left it a little short. Didn't quite get that run up. Annabelle Ray, get some loft on this and see if she can hold this green. Sit down. Got a little too much speed coming up there, so she's off the back of the green. All up to Katie right now. If I can make it up there, she had a good bounce. That's going to work really well. Great shot by the frizzy flinger. Now, I think they were all trying to do the same thing. Amy came to the closest to that, is not try to land that green because it's a real tough one to land, and really land it about 5 to 10 yards in front of the green and have it roll up. And Britt with a good attempt there. She almost actually sunk that one. Annabelle, the Rage. That's a really good roll. So we got pars on the board. Now it's who between Katie and Amy can sink this putt and take the hole. Amy's going to have the first attempt. Definitely the more difficult of the two. But she's got a good look at this. I think having seen other groups go in before this, the men's group before them, they both left this one short. I think you just got to go for the hole there because it doesn't matter if you run it past. Nope, she did the exact same thing as the men. All right. Katie for the hole right now. Oh. No blood. She can't feel good about that putt, but on to the next hole. Time to hear from Byron again about the next hole.
We're at hole 9, one of the really cool holes on the golf course. Relatively easy tee shot if you don't take on the water feature on the left-hand side. The hole's pretty short, so it only plays about 280 yards. So traditional golf, you can go over the trees. FlingGolf, you're going to have to go straight down the fairway. All the problems are on the left-hand side, as you can see, with all the water. But it's a beautiful fairway, beautiful approach shot to the green. There's an old bunker up on the right-hand side, which is now GUR, which you can drop from, but the approach shot to the green is beautiful. The green is bowled from each side, so there's big slopes that run and feed into the green, and relatively big green. Tough green in terms of, again, it's two-tiered, so there's two different tiers to the green, an upper tier and a lower tier. The green slopes from front to back, so there's definitely stopping power, but again, you have to be very selective with your club shot because the green's two-tiered and the pin can be anywhere. But a stunning golf hole, works right back towards the clubhouse and the car park.
On to hole 9 with the first men's group 4-ball. Still, Americans 1 up. Last 4 holes they've tied. We had opportunities last hole. Really good birdie looks, but just a few near misses. So Jacob Hooter now on the tee. Now Titus. He can go for it as well since Jacob's through. Byron Hutchinson on the tee. Right now with Byron, he needs to get this close. This ended up really, really well cut in the corner there. Left it a little short, so neither of them on the green. Titus's position right there gives him a really good chance to make par, whereas the European team, both of them are going to have to scramble to save par. So right now it's Jacob's going to go for a long distance sidecar. See if he can get that, drop it right on the pin there. He's got the height. Looking good. Yeah, no, perfectly set up. He'll have about 10, 15 feet for the birdie. So the Europeans down one. Need to scramble here to keep it just one down as we finish up the front nine here. All right, here's Byron. Let's see if he can get this one close and at least scramble for par. Nice touch there. Roll that up. Just by the hole. It's going to be tricky to save par there. Something to think about. All right, Paul's going to have to get it closer. Maybe a touch closer. I think he might have a little easier time with his par putt. But they've got to make one of those two putts because they can't. They can let the Americans take this hole with a birdie, but they can't let them two putt for the hole. Great roll there by Titus. Just missed the long birdie there. Really well done. He's going to tap in. Concede the par there, so they got par on the board. Now, if Jacob can knock this in, they'll take the hole. If not, they'll force the Europeans to make one of their putts to have the hole. The Hoop Man's got the best chance of making birdie on this hole. Let's see what he can do. He's had some great putting out here, but a bunch of near misses. So I feel like he's due. Nope, not on that one. Byron can knock this in. He'll do his captain a favor, not have to make his par putt. Not clear who's. I think Byron's is probably the more difficult, so makes sense for him to. They're about equally away. I think he's going to take that one first. Nope, actually Paul's going to do that. He makes it for his par, and hole is halved. So we finished the front nine in this first match of the 2025 Britain's Cup. Americans are one up. Katie Dawkins now with her third shot. Just short of the green, not exactly where she wanted to leave that one. That's going to make it tough with Britt in her position. Annabelle Ray, the Rage. She needs to get this really close so they can save par. Really good roll at that. She'll have a good look for the par on that. About the same distance that Britt is from the hole right now. Katie gets it close. Here's Amy Lewis, number 2 ranked woman in the world. Amy sizing up her putt to get par on the board. Maybe even give Britt a good, somewhat of a look at her putt, both from Rehoboth Beach in Delaware, Rehoboth Beach area. Oh, she's got it. So par on the board. So Britt's got her birdie chance right now. If Britt can sink this, then Americans take the hole. If she can't, then Annabelle's got to actually make her putt to have the hole. So golden opportunity right now for the Americans to go 3 up and really really press the European team. It's a lot of ground to make up on the back nine. And when you're playing against the number 1, number 2 ranked women of the world, there's not going to be a ton of opportunities. So, didn't break as much as she thought, and so the Americans still take par. So now it's up to Annabelle. Can she sink this putt to have the hole? Going to be another match-turning putt here that Europeans really need this to keep up with the Americans in this match. Oh, just missed it to the right. So Americans will take the hole and 3 up heading into the back 9. So a lot of work to be done for the European team. And back 9 here at Iford Golf Center. It's got a little change in character. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 9 holes. And we'll catch up with that group later.
So we're at the 17th hole, another par 4. I love this hole, it's got a beautiful green. But the initial part of the hole, there's a long carry until the fairway actually starts. Straight in front of you are 2 big oak trees, which is a great line to take. You're not going to carry those oak trees with a fling stick, so you can go full ball down the fairway. Then there's a sloot that runs right across the whole of the hole with a bridge going over. Then there's an approach which is about 50, 60 yards long, big heart-shaped bunker on the right-hand side which protects the green. Like I say, beautiful big green with multiple places for the pin. It also slopes from back to front, so stopping power on this green is going to be easier.
All right, here we are, hole 17 of the 2025 Britain's Cup. First 4-ball match of the day, and it is a doozy. We are through 16 holes, and it is all square. Americans who were 1 up after 9. On the 13th hole, stretched the advantage to 2 up, but then Team Europe came back and birdied the next hole and made a par while the Americans bogeyed to make things all square through 15. And after having the last hole, we are all square on 17. Some good loft on that, going at the pin. Oh, he's great shot. Pin high, landed about 8 feet from the cup. That's really going to put some pressure on the Europeans. Bulldog, Paul Barron. It's his approach shot. He's a little left of the pin. Landing on the green. He's got some work to do. Going to have an uphill putt, but about 25 feet. Here's Byron Hutchinson, head golf pro here at Iford Golf Center. He's tracking Paul's ball. Oh, just makes it on the green, but he's about probably a 30-foot putt. Now Jacob, after Titus's shot, he can really go for the pin here. Did just that. Great. Oh, he's got it inside Titus's. He's more like 7 feet from the cup. So they're going to have 2 great birdie looks to try to go 1 up heading into 18. Team Europe right now fought their way back from 2 down on this back 9, but they got to scramble a little bit here. So Byron's going to have the first shot at the hole. Let's see if he can at least get it close to secure the par for Team Europe. But if he could hold this out, that would go a long way. Looking back in time, it's interesting. Paul, a year ago, similar situation, all square after 16, his first 4-ball match, he holed it out from off the green to guarantee the British a half point last year. He wants to do the same thing this year. Here's Byron first, though. He's going to putt it. Professional golfing background allows him to take longer putts than most fling golfers would normally take. He had the line there, not quite enough to get it there, but he'll have a good look for par. But Paul's, I think, really got to go for it because he can't assume that both of the Americans are going to miss their birdie putts, especially within inside 10 feet. So I think he's going to take a long time over this ball. Despite the tense situation, a lot of smiles all around, which is Shows you the strength of this international fling golf community. Sidecar roll up that hill. Got it close, but still a little bit of putt. Not sure the Americans are going to concede that. They may. I think they might just make it moot by dropping a birdie here, but we'll see. Once again, all square after 16. We're on the 17th hole. The Americans will have 2 opportunities to make a birdie and take this hole to go 1 up heading into hole 18. A bunch of their teammates on hand around the green. They're with the afternoon tee times for their 4-ball matches, rooting on their teammates right now. Nope. Just right of it. I don't think he was very happy with that one. Now leaving it for his teammate, Titus Harder. Top 5 ranked American player. Second year on the Team USA for the Britain's Cup. Just left it short. I think he saw Jacobs go a little faster than he thought, so everybody's picking up, and we are all square heading into 18.
So the 18, about 160 to 170 yard signature hole par 3. Beautiful, stunning golf hole, working our way back towards the clubhouse. Loads of danger on the left-hand side with a big pond with a beautiful fountain, so avoiding left is an absolute essential. Then on the right-hand side to the green, there's 2 bunkers, which are deep bunkers, so you want to try and avoid those as well. There's a slight landing zone short of the bunkers right to the green, and then a very undulating green, so could have uphill, downhill putts, left to right, all sorts on this green. So very, very exciting finishing hole and multiple options for pin placements.
All right, here we are, hole 18, the first 4-ball match of the day in the 2025 Britain's Cup. And we are all square heading into hole 18. So it all comes down to this. Who wants the point? Last couple of holes have been tense. The Americans had a golden opportunity to go 1 up heading into 18, but unfortunately missed both their birdie putts. So it all comes down to this. On the tee, looks like Paul Barron, the Bulldog, is going to start things off for the Team Europe. He's on the green, left it little left of where I think he wanted to be. He had the right distance. He just had the aim slightly off. His teammate Byron is going to go for the pins. Got to get closer. Fortunately he's right and past the hole. So door is open for the Americans to take this match. Looks like the Hoop Man's going to be first on the tee for the Americans. He's left of the hole. He's got the pretty good distance dialed in, but ended up fading left at the end, and so he's right behind Paul. He's going to be showing him the line. So Titus right now, if he can get this closer than the other three, the door's open. But really one shot left for them to try to get in good birdie position here. And from where they are, there's a chance that Park could even take this hole. Here's Titus. He's going right at the pin. That's a good looking shot. Right at the pin. Oh, almost. He almost landed it right within a foot of the cup, and it rolled back. So he'll have really the only solid birdie look at this. But he went right at the pin and he executed. So great shot there by Titus. Is it enough to make a birdie on this hole? We'll see in a moment. Byron now setting up. He's a bit off the green. So if he can at least get it close to secure a par, Paul can then really go for the birdie. I think Paul's going to do that anyway, but let's see what Byron can do here. Good loft on that. Too much, little too much. I think a little further from the hole than he wanted. That puts Paul in a bit of a tough position where he needs to probably go for birdie, but he's got to make sure he can get that par at the end of the day. He does have he's going to get a good look at his shot once Jacob takes his, because Jacob's effectively just a foot or so behind his ball. So depending on whether Jacob putts it or sidecars it, Paul can get a really good read on this. Our second 4-ball match coming up behind the men. We've got the 4 ladies that we'll catch up with in a moment once this match is completed. Hoot man, gonna see how much that slope takes it. Nice effort. Still got a little bit for par. Not sure that's going to get conceded. Now, once again, pressure's on the Bulldog. See if he can and guarantee Team Europe a half point here. Conjure up that magic from that he had last year on this same 4-ball match. Putting the ball, he needs to get some roll, get there. Had a pretty good line. That should, see if the Americans, I think that he's going to have him mark it since Jake is a little further out, so nothing conceded yet for the pars. And Titus is going to have his either putt, or if he does potentially could do a sidecar here. It's a little short for that, but I think he's weighing his options right now. This is for the win. I think they're going to let Byron putt it also first. So if he can drop this, then Paul's putt becomes irrelevant, and then the question is, do they concede the par to Jacob? Not sure I would. A little far out. Team Europe looking at things. Not sure if they're talking about the putt or whether they should concede the putt. Good putt. Byron sinks that to make the up and down, make the par, making Paul's putt irrelevant. So Team Europe's in the clubhouse with a par on this hole. Titus, if he sinks his, can win the match. If not, they'll have to make par to have the match. So it's going to come down really to this putt. Let's see what he's going to do. He's not bringing his ball back, so he's putting it, which is somewhat of a downhill slope. So I think that's going to make the most sense. Putting slug in. He's ready to go. I'm going to take one more look. Spoke too soon there. He knows what's on the line for this. I think Team USA is the heavy favorites. Don't want to concede anything on this first match of the 2025 Britain's Cup. Meanwhile, the ladies patiently waiting for this match to finish up so that they can finish out the 18th hole. There he goes. I think he was right the whole time. In fact, he left himself a little too much. Now the pressure's on Team USA. They need to actually make one of these putts, which are very makeable, but at the same time, with everything on the line, the entire match is on the line. They've got to drop one of these, or it's 1-0 Team Europe. Titus is going to start out first, see if he can shake off that last putt and get it done. Oh, just lips it, so it comes down to Jacob Hooter. This to have the match. Otherwise, Team Europe, well, either way, Team Europe has got points on the board. Some smiles all around from Byron and Paul. So they know they did got at least that half point on the board and maybe a full point. Jacob's looking at this one over because pressure's now on. I think a couple of minutes ago he wasn't sure he was going to have to do this. Here we go. And he misses it. That is disappointment certainly for the American team, but celebration for the Team Europe with a point on the board. And just take a picture of that scoreboard with a 1-0 lead. Quite a comeback for Team Europe. And a change of events. I think the door was open for the Americans on that last hole, but anything can happen in FlingGolf, so you gotta play out the hole. But really an amazing match there. Tough to have it end on a missed putt, but nonetheless, it was a great way to kick off this 2025 Britain's Cup. Here we are at the ladies on the 18th hole. About to complete their match. Just missing the green there, but she should be in great shape for the. That was Amy Lewis. Great shape for an up and down. Here goes Britt. She's going to go at the pin. Left a little short, but it's going to roll. That's going to be nice if she can just get over that edge. But she'll have still a good look at a birdie. Right from Team Europe. We've got Annabelle Ray, the Rage. So you get some rears back for some loft on this. Nice, lands it right on the green, pin high. Great job there by Annabelle. Now we've got Frizzy Flinger, Katie Dawkins. Drop that one in the water, not what she was looking to do. I think she reached her limit probably on the 18th hole and realized it's as the Americans have closed this one out, it's not going to matter. But let's see if her teammate can drop a birdie putt to win a hole here at the end. Ladies coming up to the 18th green here, all smiles. I think competition aside, they had a great time out here today. Close group, as Britt and Annabelle and Katie all played together last year. Amy and Britt both played with Annabelle at the Treasure Coast Open earlier this year down in Florida. Amy's going to give this a go. Try to finish this off with holing out a birdie from off the green. She goes. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Let's go. She made a run at that one. That's a great way to finish up for Amy. Assume that's going to be given for the par. Here goes Annabelle. Sizing up her birdie opportunity. Be nice if she could drain this to end the match. Good roll, let it get there. Not quite enough, but her line was perfect. So she'll have a par for that one. Now if Britt can finish her round today with a birdie, I think it'd be a great way to end it. Team USA got on fire at the end of the front nine and into the back nine, and were able to close this match out earlier. Good roll at it. Oh, broke a little more than I think she thought. Everybody's going to finish out here. Why not get a little practice with those 2-3 footers that in another match could really mean something on this last 18th hole. So why not? Drains out for the par. Hole is halved. Hugs all around. And Americans with closing out that match. Now tied after the first two matches. 1-1 between Team USA and Team Europe. All right, here we are joined by the second four-ball match of the day. Representatives of both Team USA and Team Europe. We've got Annabelle Ray and Amy Lewis. Annabelle, first you. What was it out there today?
I think it was really good. Like, we played really well. On the front nine, we lost it a little bit, but then when we got to about hole 13, we managed to hold it even till the end. So overall, it's a very positive experience.
Amy, first year on the Britain's Cup team. Tell me now that the action has started, tell me what it was like out there.
Yeah, it was incredible. A little different than our tournament play, but still, having a lot of fun, yet taking it seriously. It was great playing with Britt as well.
Yeah, you guys were quite the team. It was able to close things out a bit early, but all smiles heading up 18, so it looks like you had a good time out there.
It was great. Yeah.
Good luck for the rest of the matches.
Thank you.
Bye. Joined here with representatives from Team Europe, the first four-ball match of the day, and a victory for Team Europe on the last hole. First start with you, Paul. Walk me through the 18th hole there. Walk me through the whole match. You guys were down 2 on the back nine and stormed back with a few holes left to play.
Yeah, so Byron actually played exceptionally well today. I think we messed up the first hole a little bit. Both sort of gave that one away. They got an early lead after one. We brought it back. It was to and fro for the front nine. On the back nine, Jacob's a big thrower. So on the longer par 5 holes, he was screeching ahead a bit. So they got 2 up with around 5 to play, and then Byron dropped in 2 birdies in a row, and then I picked up I wasn't sure whether to go for the birdie or whether to go for the par and just be safe on some of the holes up there. So we just kept it steady, made it to 18 unscathed, and then it came to dropping. Like we put for par in, and away we went. They didn't quite make the grade on the last hole, and that was it. But other than that, every hole was won by a birdie or better. It was some sensational FlingGolf up there.
Yeah, it was really a phenomenal match out there. Great way to kick things off as the first match of the day. Byron, this morning before tee-off, you had your game face on, and then I think when I joined you on the back nine, you took your game face to a new level. Tell me about those last 4 or 5 holes.
Yeah, I mean, the match was so tight, you know what I mean? Everyone was playing well. Everyone was getting similar distances off the tee. Hooch was a little bit longer, but we had to sort of capitalise where we could. And then we got to a stage where Paul and I had a conversation. We knew that we needed birdies to win. So yeah, stepped it up a level, really committed, got my head down, made some birdies, which is good. Got us some momentum, and then obviously we came down into 18, which could have been shaky. Took my time on the putt, as you could see. But got the read right, luckily, dropped in the hole. Bob's your uncle.
But that's the point of team play. You can bounce off each other and work off each other. And we've got Byron and myself both been like former traditional golfers as well. We had the slight advantage over the boys when it came to the format of the game. Yeah,
and the ability to read that green on 18, and I think you could see the advantage was Americans with Titus looking over a makeable birdie putt. And then I think when you drained yours, Byron, and all of a sudden Paul had to keep it safe to make sure that you guys got par. But then when you drained yours, at the momentum just shifted right there.
Yeah, I think exactly that. The momentum shifted. And but overall, that was a fantastically cool round of golf. We had, even though my game face is on, I look very serious when my game face is on, but that's when I'm having the most fun, So we had a really good, good game all the way around, great opponents. So yeah, a great start to the weekend. So we're looking forward to what's to come.
Excellent. Well, that wraps up the morning 4-ball matches, and we'll have more in the afternoon.